Hey guys, it's Brooke, and you're wondering if I have a coat on. It's because it's winter in my area, so. Anyway, so before we get started, I want to ask you guys a question. The beginning, the middle, or the end, wherever time it is, I'll stop the video and say, this is the question. You have to comment below, fast as you can, and then I'll give you a subscribe on your channel. That's pretty much that. Anyway. So this video is a story time. I noticed that my other story time wasn't the greatest. It was one of my dreams, and this one is too, but this one's more realistic. This one's called The Night Forest, because the Night Forest is a forest that, this was in my dream. I don't know, this isn't even real. The Night Forest is something that you go into, and there's a bunch of cool, scary props, and you're supposed to get scared. So, me and my family went to this town called, I think it was like Silver Mountain. That's what it was called in my dream. And we rode down the road, and there was a sign that said, "Take exit here to go to Night Forest." It was called like Silver Night Forest since it was the town name. So then I'm like, okay, Dad. I tap on my dad's shoulder in front of me while he's driving. He's like, what? And I say, there's this thing called Silver Night Forest, and it seemed pretty fun since we have nothing to do on the last day we're here. We were going to be there for, I think, like 2 weeks. That was my dream. So, that was a flashlight. And we were just like, okay, we'll go on Sunday because we have nothing planned. So we go through all of our days of vacation. It was okay. And then apparently we were about to go to Silver Night Forest, and he's like, we need to go get some money. I don't know if it's going to be paid to get in. So we go to the ATM, and we grab money, and then we go. We're entering, and there's a bunch of these props in there, and I can see like their hands like twitching like this. So like if they're standing, they're like this, like twitching their hands. And I know, like, I'm like, okay, they're like probably have something mechanic in them. I'm sorry about my double chin. Every person I see go by here, they have a cigarette in their hand. Like, that's just disgusting. Anyway, so I'm just getting all chilled. No, that's way worse. There you go. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, so we go into, and their hands are twitching. And I'm like, they're probably just something mechanical. You know things like Santa's, how they move, but you just press a button on them and they move. It's probably something like that. Anyway, I go in there. It's like $15 per person, which my dad thinks is cheap. Anyway, so we go into the thing. We have to park, and we pick a tour guy. So we just ring the button by this guy's picture, and apparently it rings him and says, "This guy needs to come tour these people." Yeah, it was weird. If you think this story is weird, just comment below. I'm perfectly fine with it. My mouth gets dry when I tell story times, okay? Anyway, we were about to, and we pressed this button. It was this guy named, I think his name was, like, Silver Mutton, I think it was that. And he's like, "Hi, I'm your tour guide, and I'll be touring you around Silver Night Forest." And we're like, oh, okay, sounds good. Then we're about to start, and I see these props being put out. They're being carried, and they're being put out. I'm like, oh, yeah, they're just props. People can't carry human beings. That's what I thought. The Silver Night Forest was apparently something that people said, it was like a history type thing. He's like, here is all, like, where histories happen, like, histories happen. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Wars, like, pyramids, like Egyptians were here and stuff. I don't even know why Egyptians would be in forest. There was tons of animals, dragons, dinosaurs, like tons of stuff like that. And we're about to continue. And I see these clowns that we're about to turn. So like if you go straight, it'll tell you all this stuff that had like little signs that said war, dinosaurs, dragons, like I just said. If you keep going straight, there's a Silver Night Pond, which was summer when I went on vacation in that dream. If you go that way, I think it was like this one live game show like you can play. It was like a bunch of games you can go play. If you went that way is more props. So he's like, you guys can go pick any one you want. So if you want to see more realistic props, realistic props, the Silver Night River or pond, whatever it was, and then the game show. So we were about to turn into the game show. Well, oh my gosh, I keep freaking messing up. We're about to turn and to get the props, and he's like, before we become aware of some of them moving, it's just mechanical stuff. Like, he only said moving, okay? Remember, he only said moving. So we went into the door, and there is these like 3 clowns. I'm terrified of clowns sometimes. They make me mad, but also make me laugh. So we went in, and we saw these 3 clowns, and I see them speaking to each other. Like, they were like, I don't even know clue what they were saying. And I'm like, hey, those are speaking. He's like, oh, it's mechanical stuff. You only said they moved. Remember I said that? You only said they moved. Like, come on, man. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry. If you're upset, then you can go. I said, you're kidding me, right? And he's like, he taps on the clown. He's like, she found out. And they start grabbing me, and they take me down to this dungeon that was called the Silver Night Dungeon. And they put me in there, then I woke up. So, yeah, that's how it went. It wasn't scary for me, but it was just like, gave me chills. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel because I want to get to 100 subscribers. I don't know why. I just want to be like other things. If you want to know my story about how I found YouTube, just comment below. If you want to tell me if you're in warm or cold weather right now. And like the video, subscribe, and comment what you want me to do next on a video. So, yeah. I was going to do a Draw My Life, but I didn't have a stand yet, so I can't do it. But if you want me to do a Draw My Life, just comment below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.